Welcome back, friends, to Cross-Cultural and Global Communication. I'm Yogesh, and with me is the ever-curious Lily.
Hi, everyone. So glad you're here. Today's topic is both subtle and powerful, building trust and rapport across cultures.
Yes, this is one of the most critical capabilities for global leaders. Without trust, even the most competent teams underperform.
And the tricky part? Trust is built differently around the world. What builds trust in one culture might not in another.
Let's begin with a framework introduced by Erin Meyer in her book, The Culture Map. She talks about task-based versus relationship-based trust.
Exactly. In task-based cultures like the US, Germany, or the UK, trust is built through competence, reliability, and results. People trust you when you deliver.
In contrast, in relationship-based cultures like Brazil, India, or China, trust grows through shared experiences, personal connection, and emotional closeness.
So a professional in Germany might say, let's get to work and we'll trust each other through performance. While in Mexico, someone might think, let's have coffee first. I need to know you before I trust you.
And this affects everything: how long negotiations take, how feedback is given, and how people collaborate on teams.
Yogesh, what are some practical ways to build trust in relationship-focused cultures?
Great question. First, invest in informal time. Have meals, ask about family, share a bit of your story. Don't jump straight into business.
And be consistent. Show up reliably, follow through, and be generous with your attention. That builds emotional credibility.
Also, understand honor and face. In many Asian and Middle Eastern cultures, preserving one's dignity, called face, is essential. Don't correct someone in public or put them in a defensive position.
Yes. In Japan, for example, trust can collapse if someone loses face in front of others. Instead, address issues privately and respectfully.
Now, let's flip it. How do you build trust in task-based cultures?
You prove your competence, share your credentials, hit deadlines, deliver quality, be transparent with information and decisions.
And be prepared for frank conversations. In these cultures, directness signals honesty and respect, not confrontation.
But here's the challenge. Global teams often mix both styles. Some team members want direct feedback and data, while others need personal warmth and harmony first.
Which is why trust building becomes a balancing act. Leaders must develop cultural agility, knowing when to shift gears.
Let's bring in a real example. Remember that global engineering team we consulted last year?
Of course. Engineers from Sweden, India, and the US were collaborating. The Americans were results-driven, the Swedes favored consensus, and the Indians prioritized relationship building.
Initially, there were tensions. The Americans thought the others were stalling. The Swedes wanted everyone to be heard. The Indians felt rushed and unrecognized.
What solved it?
Weekly culture corner check-ins where team members shared what trust meant to them and how they preferred to work.
That mutual understanding unlocked psychological safety. Let's give our listeners a three-part trust-building checklist. Understand cultural trust anchors. Are you in a task-based or relationship-based environment? Invest in human connection. Even in digital spaces, find time for informal conversations. Adapt your trust signals. Flex between logic and empathy, speed and patience, directness and diplomacy.
Beautiful. And remember, trust takes time. Especially in relationship cultures, speeding it up can backfire.
So true. And once trust is broken, it's hard to restore without humility, apology, and effort.
Let's also touch on virtual teams. In remote or hybrid settings, building trust is even harder without body language or hallway chats.
Leaders must over-communicate clarity and also engineer social moments, virtual coffee chats, shared celebrations, check-in circles.
And watch your digital tone. Without facial cues, a short message like, please revise, can feel cold. Add warmth. Thanks for the draft. Can you revise this section?
Trust building is also about consistency. Say what you mean what you say, and deliver again and again.
I like to think of trust as a slow dripping fountain. It builds drop by drop, but can be lost in one flood.
Thank you, Lily. Well said. And for our listeners, well said. As we close, let me leave you with this thought. Trust doesn't eliminate differences. It helps us navigate them. If you found this episode of Corporate Communication useful, don't forget to join us at leadershipacademy.tagbizsutra.com. Do share it with your friends and colleagues, and leave your review. In our next episode, we'll share ways to turn cultural friction into deeper collaboration. See you next time.
Until then, build trust with patience, presence, and heart.